Hey, it's Kurt at the Top Corner Hockey Studios, Top Corner Hockey on Facebook, Top Corner Kurt on Instagram. Nicknames and hockey players, they go together like Ninja Turtles and pizza. Just about everyone in the locker room has a nickname. Most of the time, they're pretty lame though, let's be honest. They just kind of add or take away a little from some guy's last name. An example would be Clark would be called Clarky, Trotter would be called Trots. Those are useful and they'll always be around, but they're not fun. The point of this video is to look at strange, fun, and unusual hockey player nicknames. We'll stay away from really common ones. Over the years, a million guys have been called Doc and Red. We won't go there. And we'll also stay away from famous nicknames because everybody knows that Wayne Gretzky's the great one and Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe. Let's look at the top 10 fun, strange, and unusual hockey player nicknames. Number 10, Tim Muddy Waters. A real creative one to start things off. Waddy would have been pretty normal, but someone along the line gave Waters a special nickname. Muddy Waters played 14 years in the NHL between Winnipeg and LA during the early 80s and mid-90s. He also represented Canada 3 times at international competitions. Number 9, Andre Trapdoor. Another clever use of a player's surname, Trapdoor, played for the Rangers, Blues, and Nordiques during the 80s. Number 8, Taylor City Hall. Not the current New Jersey Devils forward and former first overall pick, but instead the one who played 41 NHL games for Vancouver and Boston in the 80s. Number 7, Larry King Kwan. Played in 12 different pro leagues throughout his very well-traveled career. King Kwan from Vernon, BC, played 1 NHL game for the Rangers in 1947-48. Number 6, Sergei Fedorov, also known as FedEx. 4 teams and 18 years in the NHL with another 3 in the KHL following. FedEx had speed and he delivered 10 30-plus goal seasons, including 56 Genos and an MVP plus a Selke and a Pearson, all in 1993-94. FedEx, Sergei Fedorov, was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2015. Number 5, Frank Nyborg was the Pembroke Peach. A star hockey player before and after the formation of the NHL. A native of Pembroke, Ontario, the Pembroke Peach was so sweet on the ice, he won a Stanley Cup with the Vancouver Millionaires in 1915, then 4 more cups with the Ottawa Senators between 1920 and 1927. Nyborg was the first winner of the Hart Trophy in 1924. Hall of Famer Sid Abel was boot nose. Maybe Abel was kicked in the face by a horse or something while growing up in Melville, Saskatchewan. I don't know, but it paints a funny picture. However, Abel got that schnoz, boot nose, combined with terrible Ted Lindsay and Mr. Hockey Gordie Howe to form the production line in Detroit. Boot nose won the Stanley Cup, then served in the RCAF for 2 years. He came back, won the Hart Trophy in 1949, then 2 more cups with the Wings before ending his career in Chicago. Ron Flockhart was Flocka Hockey. Doesn't this name just sound like something he earned while playing bantam hockey? It's so childish and so awesome at the same time. Injuries limited Flocka Hockey to just 9 years in the NHL, where he suited up for the Flyers, Penguins, Habs, and Blues, but he scored more than 20 goals 4 of those seasons. Number 2, Lou Nanne was Sweet Lou from the Sioux. Boy, is that beautiful or what? Sweet Lou from the Sioux started his NHL career in 1967 with the expansion Minnesota North Stars and spent his entire 11-year career with them. Nanne was the Brent Burns of his day because he was able to switch between defense and right wing. That helped Sweet Lou score 21 goals in 1971-72. And here's what I think is the best hockey player nickname ever, and it goes to a Hall of Famer. Nels Stewart was Old Poison. What I love about this nickname is how well it relates to the times. Stewart was a superb hockey player, demonstrated by his league-leading 34 goals in 36 games during his rookie season when he led the Montreal Maroons to the Stanley Cup. Although it would be Stewart's only championship in his 15-year career, Old Poison was a nightmare to his opponents in many ways. 3 times Stewart led the NHL in goals. He had 9 20 or more goal seasons, and he was a 2-time Hart Trophy winner too. But Old Poison had nasty habits beyond the goal scoring. He was well known for choosing the heaviest stick he could use, and many times using that lumber to bash his opponents. Stewart would engage in stick swinging battles and delightfully handed out Sherwood shaves. Worst of all, though, there are accounts of Old Poison literally spitting his chewing tobacco in the faces of his competitors. That's rank. Although that's about as nasty as it gets, Stewart was an amazing goal scorer. He retired with 324 goals, the most in NHL history at the time. Old Poison's goal record lasted for 12 years until the Rocket topped it. Those are my top 10 favorite NHL hockey player nicknames. Please remember to like and subscribe, plus comment below. What's your favorite hockey player nicknames? I'd love to hear them. Are there any that I missed? Thanks. Keep watching. Lots more hockey videos on the way.